Well, the first major geography that where we rolled out fiber is Quebec City, which is the capital of the province of Quebec. And the duration of our construction had us actually go through one, if not two, pretty harsh winters. So from a construction perspective, certainly a whole host of challenges, and especially given the way Quebec City is built and where the fiber ultimately was placed, and in some areas around residences, especially multi-dwelling units as well as single-family homes, the locations were not necessarily convenient. So really figuring out the physical construction and the process was a pretty solid challenge. Between that and dealing with the weather and literally 4 or 5 feet of snow in some of these conditions was challenging, but we got through it. Certainly a lot of experimentation, and we had to work closely with the municipalities, but then also work closely with the residents who would be receiving the service as well. So so part of it was really working with them so that we could be on site, evaluate the best strategies by site, because it ended up being quite different depending on whether you're in a historic district of the city and and much of it is UNESCO protected, or in the more suburban parts where there's quite a bit more from a degrees of freedom perspective. So certainly wasn't a one-size-fits-all. Quite a bit of experimentation before we got to a best practice, and once we got to that for specific conditions, then we were really able to roll. From a commercial perspective, really an unqualified success. So the amount of triple play that we're driving in the city now is unprecedented, and both the attach rates and activation rates continue to defy forecast. So, been quite pleased. Well, as a non-technical manager, exposure, especially to some of the new techniques and new technology from a DSL perspective, has been quite interesting. We are piloting bonding as an example in market already, so learning more from other carriers about where they're going there, and as well, vectoring is around the corner for us as well as a technology that we are evaluating. So certainly exposure to some of the other carriers who are a bit further along has been eye-opening. I don't think there's a great mystery to it. Certainly the networking opportunities, having so many folks from all different parts of the value chain in our business in one center together in one very jam-packed 3-day period. It's a great way to spend 3 days and get a ton done.